The sound of raindrops gently tapping against a window fills the room. The camera pans to a girl, Akari, sitting by the window of her small, cozy apartment. She watches the city lights shimmer through the downpour. A quiet sigh escapes her lips. She's lonely. But it's not the loneliness of being alone. It's the loneliness of loving someone from a distance. The door creaks open behind her, and there, standing in the threshold, is Riku, the boy she's loved since childhood. He's soaked from the rain, his hair messy, his eyes tired but warm. Akari. He whispers her name softly, like a promise he's been carrying for years. She turns, her heart racing. She's waited for this moment her entire life, but can she finally tell him? We rewind to their childhood memories. Akari and Riku, two inseparable friends, have shared countless moments of laughter, joy, and dreams of the future. Their bond was special, something that made everyone around them believe they were destined to be together. But a twist of fate pushed them apart. As they grew older, their paths diverged. Riku was always surrounded by friends, his life full of adventures, while Akari quietly fell in love with him from afar. She always held on to the belief that, one day, he'd look at her the way she looked at him. The scene cuts to a reunion at their old high school, now years later. Akari hasn't seen Riku in years. She wonders if he even remembers the girl who once made him laugh. As she walks through the school hallways, she notices him from afar. The years have changed him. He's different, more mature, but his smile is still the same. That familiar feeling stirs in her chest. They meet by the old schoolyard, where they used to play as children. Riku smiles softly, a quiet, almost nostalgic look in his eyes. "I always wondered where you went," he says, his voice carrying a depth of emotion she didn't expect. "I thought I lost you somewhere along the way." The tension builds. Riku pulls out a small box from his pocket. Akari's heart skips a beat. Could it be? I never told you this, but when we were young, I loved you, Akari, he admits, eyes locked onto hers. A wave of emotions floods over her. Tears well up in her eyes, but she holds them back. This was the moment. I loved you too, Riku, as she replies, her voice shaky but clear. I was just too afraid to say it. Riku smiles softly, the same smile she's adored for years. He steps closer, his fingers gently lifting her chin. "I'm sorry for keeping you waiting," he whispers before leaning in, finally closing the distance between them with a soft kiss. The kiss ends, but the feeling lingers. The camera pulls back to show the two of them standing together in the middle of the rain-soaked schoolyard, a new chapter of their lives about to begin. "I want to spend the rest of my life with you, Akari," Riku says, his voice full of hope. She smiles, looking up at him with tears in her eyes. "I've waited so long for this moment, Riku. I can't wait to see what comes next." The rain slows, and the sun starts to peek through the clouds. Akari and Riku walk side by side, their hands brushing, hearts full. The future is uncertain, but together, they know they'll face anything. The camera pans up, showing their silhouettes against the glowing sky, as the credits roll with soft, romantic music.